Becoming a champion in the UFC is one of the most difficult accomplishments in all of professional sports. It requires not only physical excellence, but also mental resilience, strategic intelligence, and years of relentless dedication.
Hey, Dana, I want a money fight. Give me Mayweather. Woo!
You just say Mayweather?
Yes, give me Mayweather.
Everyone's calling out Mayweather. He doesn't even fight MMA.
Fighters must rise through a brutal system where every opponent is dangerous, every mistake is costly, and every victory must be earned against world-class competition.
That kind of dominance, that kind of grappling dominance was not just a level. It was multiple levels.
Even reaching a title fight is a massive achievement. Winning the belt places a fighter among the elite. Defending it solidifies greatness. But for a rare few, that is still not enough.
I don't think they're going to do Morales versus Prates. I think Dana was very excited with what Morales was able to do tonight. But I'm telling you, this Carlos Prates, over 100 combat sports appearances, 30th pro MMA fight tonight. I don't know why he was on the Contender Series a few years ago. Should have been in the Octagon a long time ago.
Some fighters dare to chase something more, becoming champions in multiple weight classes. This means stepping out of their comfort zone and facing new challenges. Bigger opponents, different styles, and unfamiliar physical demands.
Fight win streak. I'm ready for title fight. Please, anyone, doesn't matter. Because this division now little bit sleep.
It is a test of adaptability as much as skill. Only a handful of fighters in UFC history have achieved this. Yet, even among them, there remains one achievement that stands above all others, becoming a champion in 3 different weight divisions. It is a goal so difficult that no fighter has ever accomplished it. It sits at the edge of what seems possible in mixed martial arts.
It would be much better for me to fight him in 170. I will beat him and get the 3rd title. That will be the best scenario for me. I think that I'm a better fighter right now, more mature, more experienced. You're gonna see for sure a better version of myself.
I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I'm not leave this sport without second belt. And after I will talk, I'm like greatest or something. But right now, my goal to be double champ. I can be 3 divisions also. I swear, if Dana White send me contract, I will fight with him.
World champion. I used to train with people who fight in the welterweight division, and I feel very good. We have very competitive rounds. I feel that I can dominate and knock out anyone in this world.
How do you think Islam's going to do at welterweight?
I don't care, to be honest.
That is why the conversation around a potential triple champion has become so exciting. Fans are no longer asking if it can happen. They are asking who might be the first to do it. Among the names most often discussed are Alex Pereira, Ilia Topuria, and Islam Makhachev. Each of these fighters represents a different path to greatness, shaped by their unique abilities, personalities, and career trajectories. To understand their chances, we must look deeper into what makes each of them special, not just their achievements, but the qualities that could carry them to a 3rd title. Alex Pereira stands out immediately as one of the most feared strikers in the UFC. His presence inside the octagon is unlike almost anyone else. He is tall, composed, and seemingly unfazed by pressure. But what truly sets him apart is his power. Pereira possesses a kind of knockout ability that changes fights instantly. His left hook, in particular, has become one of the most dangerous weapons in the sport. It doesn't need to be thrown with full force to be effective. His timing and precision make even short strikes devastating.
Pereira is a legitimate threat to be a champ, which closes the book. That makes him the greatest fighter of all time, and you and I are sitting here admitting he doesn't even know how to fight in 50% of the game.
What makes Pereira's case for a triple championship especially compelling is his success across weight classes. He has already captured titles at middleweight and light heavyweight, proving that his skills translate beyond a single division. Many fighters struggle when moving up because they lose their physical advantages or face opponents who can absorb their attacks more easily. Pereira, however, has shown that his power carries upward. That alone gives him a significant advantage in any future move.
Oh my goodness!
He did it again!
He did it again!
Wow!
In the final round!
He did it the last time in the 3rd round. He did it again!
Another important factor is his background in kickboxing, where he competed against larger opponents long before entering the UFC. This experience suggests that he is comfortable dealing with size differences. Physically, he has the frame to compete at even higher weight classes. A move to heavyweight, while still risky, feels more realistic for him than for most fighters. There is also the question of opportunity. The UFC is not just a sporting organization, it is also an entertainment business. Fighters who bring excitement and generate fan interest are more likely to receive historic opportunities. Pereira fits this perfectly. His fights are dramatic, his knockouts are memorable, and his persona carries a quiet intensity that fans find compelling. If the UFC wants to create a moment in history, Pereira is an ideal candidate. However, moving to heavyweight would still present serious challenges. Fighters in that division are not only larger but also capable of ending fights with a single strike. Pereira's defensive skills and ability to absorb damage would be tested in new ways.
A little bit of roll with it. You can't do any of that with that guy.
No, you cannot make any mistakes. Stop the fight, man. Woo! You just lost for words.
But this is, I'm so used to it. Look at me, I'm not even screaming.
While he may have the clearest path on paper, success is far from guaranteed. On the other side of the spectrum is Ilia Topuria, who represents the most ambitious route to a triple championship. Unlike Pereira, whose size works in his favor, Topuria faces the challenge of climbing through divisions where opponents become significantly larger. His journey would require not just skill, but exceptional adaptability and courage. Topuria has already proven himself as a world-class fighter. His rise through the featherweight division showcased his technical ability, speed, and confidence.
What bigger can you achieve as a sportsman to collect the third belt? So I would love to defend my belt against Justin and then have the opportunity to move up in the welterweight division and get my third belt.
He fights with a level of belief that is rare even among champions. This mindset allows him to take risks and perform under pressure, which are essential qualities for achieving something unprecedented. One of Topuria's most impressive traits is his combination of precision and power. In lighter weight classes, fighters often rely more on speed and volume striking. Knockouts are less common compared to heavier divisions. Yet Topuria has demonstrated that he can finish fights decisively. This ability could help him remain competitive as he moves up in weight. Still, the physical challenges cannot be ignored. The jump from featherweight to lightweight is significant, but moving from lightweight to welterweight is even more demanding. Welterweights are naturally bigger athletes, often cutting down from much higher weights. They possess greater strength, longer reach, and increased durability. For Topuria, success at that level would require flawless execution of his game plan. Despite these obstacles, his potential achievement carries immense historical significance. If Topuria were to become a champion at 145, 155, and 170 pounds, it would redefine what is possible in MMA. It would not just be a personal accomplishment, it would be a moment that changes how fighters approach their careers. His path is the most difficult, but also the most legendary if completed. Then there is Islam Makhachev, whose approach to fighting is built on control and intelligence. Unlike Pereira and Topuria, who often rely on striking, Makhachev dominates through grappling and strategy. He is one of the most technically complete fighters in the sport, capable of neutralizing opponents and dictating the pace of a fight. Makhachev's success in multiple divisions has already established him as one of the best fighters of his era.
9-fight win streak. I'm ready for title fight. Please, anyone, doesn't matter. Because this division now a little bit sleep.
His ability to remain calm under pressure and execute his game plan makes him incredibly consistent. He does not rely on moments of brilliance. He builds victories through careful, methodical work. However, his path to a third title presents unique challenges. Moving up to middleweight would mean facing opponents who are significantly larger and stronger.
I think media is Spain was much bigger than your podcast, no?
But listen, it doesn't matter because it's me.
No.
Huh?
Why I have to nervous about that? You remember last time when we wrestled? What
I
happened?
beat you.
How?
Size differences can be especially important. Controlling an opponent becomes much harder when they have a physical advantage. While Makhachev's technique is exceptional, there are limits to what skill alone can overcome. Another factor is motivation. Unlike Topuria, who seems eager to chase new challenges, Makhachev has not shown a strong desire to pursue a third championship. This does not mean he lacks ambition. It may simply mean he is satisfied with his current achievements. For a fighter to attempt something as difficult as becoming a triple champion, there must be a compelling reason. Still, circumstances can change. A high-profile opportunity or the chance to secure a lasting legacy could influence his decision. If Makhachev chooses to pursue a third title, his intelligence and discipline would make him a serious contender even against larger opponents. When comparing these three fighters, it becomes clear that each of them offers a different perspective on what it takes to achieve greatness. Pereira represents power and physical advantage. Topuria represents ambition and fearless progression. Makhachev represents control and technical mastery. The question of who has the best chance depends on how we define chance. If we are looking at the most realistic path, Pereira stands out. His size, experience, and fighting style make a move to a third division more achievable. If we are looking at the most impressive potential accomplishment, Topuria's journey would be unmatched. If we are considering pure skill and consistency, Makhachev remains a strong candidate, provided he chooses to pursue it. In the end, becoming a triple champion is about more than just ability. It requires perfect timing, the right matchups, and a willingness to take risks. Fighters must stay healthy, avoid setbacks, and seize opportunities when they arise. Even luck can play a role, as unexpected events often shape careers in unpredictable ways. That is what makes this pursuit so fascinating. It is not just a test of skill, it is a test of everything that defines a fighter. It challenges their limits, their courage, and their vision of what is possible. For now, Alex Pereira appears to be the closest to making history. But the story is far from over. Ilia Topuria continues to rise, pushing boundaries with every fight. Islam Makhachev remains a dominant force, capable of redefining his legacy at any moment. The first triple champion in UFC history has not yet been crowned, but the possibility feels closer than ever. And when it finally happens, it will not just be a victory for one fighter, it will be a moment that changes the sport forever. Thanks for watching and subscribing channel.